Hi, I'm James, and this is my new channel, Koala Tom Tom. I've been living here in Siem Reap, Cambodia for about a year now, and absolutely loving it. And I've owned a Honda scooter that I've been riding around quite a lot. Well, it's actually an ADV, so it's a bit of a crossover scooter thing. However, I've had a number of these BMW Airheads over the years and absolutely love them, love their simplicity and how great they are. And I'm going to take you through the journey of not only what I'm doing here, but of my attempting to rebuild this bike, which is becoming more and more rare across the world these days, and to find one in Cambodia was sheer good luck rather than good management. I found it on Facebook Marketplace, and it was actually listed as an F800GS, not an R80GS Paris-Dakar. Interesting story with the bike. It was actually ridden by its previous owner from Switzerland to Cambodia, which is how it arrived here in 2018. Then it was sold to a French guy who made quite a lot of changes. Apparently he wanted to make it look like a Himalayan. I don't know why you'd do that to a BMW, but here we are. And I'm tasked with the job of trying to return it back to its original state, which I've just started. Now, for those of you that are purists in the BMW world, there will be a few changes that I will be making from standard, only because of A, availability of parts, or B, simplicity, or C, just ease of use in the future. But none of the changes are permanent because, as I well know, these things we're just caretakers of for the next generation, and I hope this bike, I'm going to put it back to its close as possible to its original state. Any of the changes that I make are simply bolt-on, bolt-off changes that could be changed any time in the future by future caretakers of this bike. So if you think this video doesn't look professional, or I'm a little bit amateurish, it's because I am. I've never actually done a video before, anytime. In fact, I was always told I had a great face for radio, not for video. So here we are. So I'm not sure about how often or what I'm going to be posting, but some of it might be a bit random and eclectic, but I intend to show you how I live here in Siem Reap and take you on some rides with groups of guys that I go with riding here. A lot of expat guys, and obviously a lot of Khmer people as well. And let me just take you for a walk around. I'll put up a picture in a second of the bike, of how it should look. And those of you that know these BMWs already know that. But I'll do put up a picture of a reference picture of what it should look like. And I'm actually going to do a walk around now of the bike and show you some of the things that really annoy me and what need fixing. Okay, well, here's the walk around of the bike. I'll take you over some individual things that really annoy me. First of all, there's a very cheap bike that they use in this country for, I think it's made in China, or it might be Indian, a bike called a Boxer, ironically, which is not related to BMW whatsoever. And this is what the cockpit on one of those looks like. They've grafted it on. This was a part of this guy that wanted to make it look like a Himalayan. They've grafted it on to the BMW somehow. And they've done things like, you'll see here, a Honda ignition. That's a genuine BMW tacho in there. The speedometer doesn't work properly. The tacho is a bit intermittent, but I've just sourced some new instruments from a company in the US called Speed Hut that makes some great drop-in replacements that look terrific, that will be going into the original cockpit that I've sourced and I'm building up separately. So like I mentioned, it's got things like a Honda ignition here. Little things that annoy me on bikes is, it's missing the little self-tapper screws there. Even these grips, if we go around to this side, you'll see that even simple stuff like these handguards are held on with cable ties, where it actually should be a spacer in there and a bolt and whatever else. The rims, if I just pan down here, the rims have seen a fair bit of corrosion. One of the changes that I'm making that is going to be not OEM but is as good as I can do is I'm going to actually have these powder coated black instead of the chrome. I can't find anyone here to chrome plate. To buy new ones is a bit prohibitive for me. They're about, I think I priced them out of Europe, they're about 400 euros or something per rim, and I need front and back. Things like these bolts, I've sourced new ones of these in stainless because they're fairly rusty, because you had it sitting outside a fair bit, the previous owner. But then they've also changed things like this mud guard is not original. Although if you can see the oil cooler there, that is original. However, they've remounted it behind there for no apparent reason I can see. And obviously the horn is here where it should be, roughly where that oil cooler is. Also then they've repainted the bike. This black colour where it's originally was two-tone. This, if you probably can't see because it's a bit dusty, but it's sort of a very light metallic black paint on this, but it's been very poorly done. You can see here it's that thick, it's actually flaking off. I can flake it off with my finger. This was originally green and white, green and black, and that's what I'll be repainting it. Also be redoing that rim in black there. Again, these are changes that can be undone easily enough. The other bolt-on changes I've made is the foot pegs so far. The centre stand was damaged and I had that repaired, and also the side stand was terrible and I had that remade in stainless here locally. That's probably about it for the walk around of the bike. They're the changes that have been made. Oh, the other thing, like I'm taking this in today to get, you can see the boot between the gearbox and the monolever there is pretty well perished, as were all the fuel lines, which I've already replaced as well. So that will be getting replaced, and the oil changed in the final drive. But I'll take you on a journey with this a bit more next time you see it, after I have a bit more work done to it. This is Koala Tom Tom signing out. Bye.